I was 27 when it happened. We were in my car, heading to a remote camp at 11 o'clock at night. We were laughing and having a grand time along the way with my friends Stephen, Aaron, Rachel and Sarah. We had my favourite band, Queen, playing on the radio. As my friends began to sing along to the music, we pulled into the small cabin which I had rented for the summer. That night, we sat around the fire pit, drinking, sharing stories, and telling jokes, for when it was Stephen's turn to share his legend about the camp.
Legend has it that this camp has been known for the missing people due to the alien abduction sightings, he said. I laughed. Nice try trying to scare us, buddy, but I don't think it'll be possible, said Aaron.
Agreed. That stuff sounds like some psycho came up with it, I said, taking a sip of my beer, not aware for what would happen to me that night. We finally went to bed at around 1 a.m. I woke up that morning and I noticed the room was completely silent and dark. Suddenly, I felt a sharp pain upon my chest and stomach. I tried to turn on the table lamp, but I realized I could not move. I looked down and I noticed I was on a surgical table and I could feel the ground moving beneath me. I struggled to break free, but then I heard something metallic open and close. Suddenly, a bright triangular-shaped light turned on, and I was blinded for a few seconds before my eyes adjusted to the room. I looked directly at the eyes of 3 skinny beings. They had 3 eyes and strange-looking wings. They had purple sunspots above their eyes and on their necks. All 3 of them had 3 eyes, which their 3rd eye was closed, and all I could see of them was their jet black, emotionless eyes. These creatures also had pale green skin and feathery pale purple antennas, which were curled back. Without warning, one of the creatures began to speak, but not using its mouth. Its 3rd eye opened with a flash of purple and began to speak in a high but intelligent voice.
Do not worry, human. We are only here as friends, not foe. I am Led Vision, head of the Led group of the planet Algaria. We are going to perform 3 tests upon you. We promise to do you no harm.
Vision looked upon the other 2 creatures and tilted his head. I could feel my heart slamming around in my ribcage, only to realize my entire chest cavity was wide open. One of the creatures then put a mask upon my face, and the pain began to ease. I passed out instantly as the strange gas went to work. I woke up a bit later and I noticed I was not restrained anymore, but I was in a chamber, and I looked down to see I had a strangely cut incision upon my chest. I also noticed I was only in my trousers, and that was it. I ran to the other corner of the room and I noticed a round window. I looked out and my stomach sank. I was in space. Panicking, I staggered backwards. I so wished I could contact my friends and family, but I knew banging on the door was no use, since I was no longer on Earth. Hours later, we landed on a strange planet, and I felt something hit me in the head. Once again, I woke up in a chamber, but it seemed different to the first. I had a strange cyan blue suit on me with hexagonal patterns. I saw all 3 of the creatures staring at me.
These are my fellow Leddings, Molfarian and Falteron. They designed your suits so which it could help you from being killed by Algaria's most deadly fungi spores, which we are about to expose you to. If you feel a burning sensation under your skin, then alert us immediately.
Vision looked at the other 2 and tilted his head again. The spores were released into the chamber, but by a miracle, I survived the test. When I stepped out the chamber, Vision stepped towards me.
Now time for the final test.
It handed me a small, bright neon purple pill. I gave him a concerned look, but then Malfurion cut in. But, sir, it's not ready yet. Remember what happened to the other test subjects when we tested its effects? Vision turned to look at Malfurion.
I finally found a way to make it safe for it to take.
Vision replied. I took the pill, and I passed out. I woke up at the same cabin I was in that night, but there was no strange suit or the ship I was in. Only my strange scar remained upon my chest. I thought I had been gone for a couple of hours, but I realized when I walked outside, not even my car or my friends were there. I was curious about what happened to me after searching the surrounding area. I turned up empty-handed. In the corner of my eye, I noticed a park ranger walking towards the cabin, so I ran down to him. His eyes grew wildly when he saw me.
Sir, I seem to have found the 27-year-old man, Jerry Williams Rogers.
The ranger said into his walkie-talkie. A few minutes later, a cop car and a car that belonged to my friend Stephen drove up to the cabin. All my friends had bolted out to the car, and I explained everything that happened to me. I showed him my strange scar, but no one believed me except for my friends. My friends then corrected me. I thought I had been gone for 2 hours, but I realized I was gone for 2 years. And to this very day, I still wonder what happened to my alien friends. Realized with horror, I was not in my bed, but on the table.
I was doing so well. Fuck.
But when it was Stephen's turn to share his legend,
Oh, fuck, fuck. I am Led Pheasant, head of the leading group. Fuck, I did so fucking well.
for when it was Stephen's turn to tell us that
Fuck. Bloopers are going high.